Go, go, Power Rangers! It's Mighty Morphin time! Power Rangers. So Power Rangers stars Naomi Scott, Dacre Montgomery, Lindy Lynn, Becky G, R.C. Cyler, Elizabeth Banks, Bryan Cranston and Bill Hader. Well, I was completely wrong about this. I'm actually kind of impressed. I was expecting this to be because me and Josh saw the trailer, we went to see the cinemas. I have recently just been to see this with my mate Luke Gill, who me and him used to watch this on a Saturday morning. This was my all-time favourite kid show. I used to love Power Rangers. I watched it every single time. And I remember that this film is basically based on the 1990s movie, Power Rangers the movie. And when I saw the trailer, I was really disappointed. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a rubbish film. You know, it turns out it's not all that bad. There are a few issues with it. It's not brilliant. It's not perfect. But, you know, it's more than I thought it was going to be. First of all, Luke Gill went to see this with me, and although he couldn't video recording, he said he enjoyed it. He said he relived his childhood. He said it was fun. Luke was laughing all the way through this, and me and him both the time when the soundtrack came on, we were in the cinemas going, go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! And we were in the seats in the cinema, and me and him were both literally going ballistic when the soundtrack came on and literally jumping in our seats. We literally felt like children again. It was absolutely brilliant. Naomi Scott plays the Pink Ranger. I liked her in this, you know, because what I like about them, they make it more realistic and real lifelike. There is more to them than meets the eye. Like them, because the journey they have with the Power Rangers, and it's very serious actually. It wasn't made childish at all, which I was a bit impressed with actually. Dacre Montgomery plays the Red Ranger. He's brilliant. His character, I thought, you know, personally, I thought he could have been a bit better. I wasn't very thrilled with his acting. Lindy Lynn plays the Black Ranger. He was really good in this as well. Again, not much of a serious character. Becky G, who was the Yellow Ranger. Now, I liked about her character is she's very tempted. She's basically this new girl that's basically, you know, she's not really all that good with school. People don't really know her. And you kind of see there's a story behind her as well, which kind of works. R.C. Cyler, who was my favourite character in this. You know, I love the representation of the blue character. And he's just as annoying and funny as he is in the original. Basically, the story is, you know, from the 1990s that they've got stuck in. They're kind of stuck to the original a bit. They've kind of changed a few things, but it's not all that bad. So basically, it's about a bunch of 5 high school delinquents that are in high school, and they suddenly come across these discs that are basically show them this secret underground facility with a ship where this talking character, Zordon, is trying to turn into Power Rangers to stop this evil warlord, Rita. And, you know, it's really pretty, and Elizabeth Banks plays Rita. What I love about her character is it's not completely ridiculous. It's exactly as much, because you'll remember the character from 1990 going, "Oh, Rangers! I'm going to kill them!" Which was perfect because she didn't overdo it. She was ridiculous. She was evil, kind of like horror. She was a bit horror as well, because there are some scenes in this that literally make you feel, whoa, that's actually quite shocking. So, you know, it's quite impressive actually. Bryan Cranston, he was, in my opinion, perfect choice for Zordon. You can tell that he's like this master sensei that's trying to get them to be this team. You'll remember there's also Alpha 5. Now, this robot used to do my nutting when I was a kid, because you always get that same. I don't remember much of Alpha 5 because it wasn't really springing to mind, but I kind of remember some of it. And what's really interesting about his character, he's funny, and he's still annoying and, you know, just getting your nerves quite a bit, but, you know, it's a good representation. So, you know, it's not all that bad. I was completely wrong when I first said this was going to be terrible. There are a few issues with it. I'll tell you my good points, though. What I do like about this film is the fact that how they become a team. There's more of a realistic journey that they take to try and become the Power Rangers. You know, they don't automatically become them. They've got to earn it. And that's what I like about this. Like, it's a lot more nerdy, good. I was kind of impressed, to be honest. And I think it's a lot better than what people think it is. I mean, a lot of reviewers like me, Stephen, me, Josh, we're kind of liking these films because it does open the new Power Rangers franchise. The special effects are kind of rubbish in this. I mean, some were really good, but there are some that's a little bit, you know, trashy, CGI game content that doesn't really kind of work. For example, there was some time when thinking, that could have been a little bit better because it does look like a waste and you really could make that, you know, a bit more, you know, enjoyable. But some of the scenes are pretty good in there. The chemistry between the Power Rangers, and there's a really good moment in this where they kind of learn to be, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's a really good moment in this that ritually is really quite good. I didn't really like the special effects. What's really disappointing in this, for me, was the fight. Now, this isn't a spoiler because as you go, this has been in every single trailer. The fight, the war, you see, the trailer basically shows you nearly everything in the film. So you kind of know what's going to happen. But the fight's a bit disappointing because I would have thought it was going to be a lot more than it was. It was kind of not very good, weak, out of order. And why did they have to bring in the Megazoids? I would have preferred the Megazoids to be in the next film. Because, you know, I was expecting to be a little bit more surprising, because what would be great if they left it in the sequel, people like me were like, oh my god, it's the Megazoid, oh that's so awesome, but we already knew it was going to be in it because we've seen it in the trailer. But, you know, I would have preferred that to be in the next film. There are problems with the scenes in this as well. The whole thing with the creating of the Power Rangers. I love the suits, don't get me wrong, the suits are awesome. But how they kind of become them is a bit disappointing, to be honest. The direction is bad. I have to say the direction is bad. And the camera shots are terrible. Like, there is some scenes where literally I do feel kind of dizzy because the camera's kind of like going everywhere. Which is a bit, you know, it's disappointing. But one of my favourite characters in this was by far Alpha 5 and Elizabeth Rita, because there's a moment where Rita becomes her full kind of like evil self, which is good because it kind of looks really awesome, and you know she's fun, and it's bloody ridiculous because there's a Krispy Kreme relevance in this film where it's like advertising sponsored Power Rangers sponsored by Hallmark and Krispy Kreme, which is really quite good. So overall, guys, I'm impressed. I'm not amazingly, like, psyched. I probably will actually buy it on DVD because I'm actually quite impressed by this. It wasn't ridiculous people think, and it's good for nerds. A lot of the nerd characters will kind of like this film. Kids will like it. Don't know if adults will like it. I don't think this is an adult type of film. If they do make a sequel, I'd like it to be a lot better. Like, this film is fun, it's entertaining, and, you know, I had a good time with it. But, you know, it was, I think that if they made a sequel, they'd have to look back on the comments that people have left and think about, well, maybe, you know, it might be better if they made it a bit more enjoyable. But overall, you know, Power Rangers, it's better than what I thought it was going to be. So, for all those reasons, I'm going to give Power Rangers 3 stars. So, Power Rangers. If you guys like this film, give me a comment on my video just below this channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with friends, share it on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. If you guys do like Power Rangers, go watch it. If you don't, give me a comment, tell me about it. If you guys have any other like ideas, comments of certain things you want me to review, leave a comment below. I'm happy to say I'm now up to 12 subscribers, so it's going pretty well. So, thanks ever so much for watching. You guys have a great week, and I will see you when I review the next movie.